Hello everyone, this is Toad King here, and I've seen a few videos on the 200 km/h custom track distribution by a skipper, and it looked like quite a bit of fun, so I decided I would also make a video on it. Now unfortunately I'm not going to be playing online now, and I'm just going to be going through all the cups of the Grand Prix, probably doing one cup per video, and yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into this. For this first episode, I'm just gonna use the Quacker, since, you know, that's what pretty much everyone uses for playing 200 km/h, since it has good drifting strats, has a lot of acceleration. Since you're gonna be braking a lot, it's nice to have some acceleration, and it has decent off-roading. And it's definitely nice to like go into the off-road to slow you down a bit as well. So here in the Mushroom Cup we have our first race, which is on Wario Circuit. Now I have done some testing. I just played one Grand Prix earlier just to test some things out. And unfortunately the CPUs go at normal speed, which is pretty unfortunate, but this track actually plays quite well. I think out of all the tracks, this one probably plays the best, maybe? I don't know, I think it plays really well. Although if you are doing this well, the laps are going to be quite short. You don't want to hit any of those ramps though, but as long as you can avoid the ramps, and you slow down right before this one, plays pretty well. Alright, unfortunately I cut inside a little bit too much there, but bam! Shock dodge, let's go. Unintentional shock dodge. Wow. So you actually can dodge these blue shells as long as you're going pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I bumped into Wario there as he had a star, so I was unable to dodge the blue shell. Also bullet bills still go at the same speed they would in whatever engine class you're playing on. In this case, 150cc. So yeah, that was that track. Like I said, it's pretty nice for 300cc, plays very well, especially for the Quacker. Alright, on to the next race. Here we have Garden Path, which actually plays pretty badly. I have played most of the tracks just to get an idea of you know, how to play them, so I wouldn't look like a complete noob here. And this track plays pretty badly. Basically, the ramps send you flying out of bounds unless you crash into walls. So right here, on this ramp, you want to crash into that wall on the side, otherwise you just go completely like off the map. Then here you want to drift into this off-road here, and cut a bit of that corner. Now, the Quacker's off-road is good, but it's not good enough to be able to just keep drifting in the off-road, which is unfortunate. So using something that has even more off-road, like the Bit Bike, would is kind of nice just to have the off-road stat. And bam! Shock dodge yet again. This game's really giving me the shock dodges at their perfect time, or just giving me the shocks at the perfect time. I'm gonna try tricking off of this ramp, and yeah, that's not a good idea. So I don't recommend tricking off of that ramp. I don't even really think it saves any time, and it also sends you really high, so definitely recommend that you don't trick off of that. I'll try tricking off of this one though. And apparently that made me just go over the invisible wall, so don't trick off of this ramp either. Wow, that respawn point was really non-forgiving. I'll try tricking off of it again though, just for fun. Yeah, definitely, I don't even know if... I mean, it's probably possible to survive, but honestly, yeah, just don't trick off of any of the ramps on this course. Overall though, as long as you keep those things in mind, like not tricking and making sure to crash into that wall after that jump right there, it plays pretty well for the Quacker. Also, CPU doesn't know what it's doing right now. Alright, next race. Alright, here we have Mushroom Island. Now, you might be thinking that the mushrooms would boost you to like some crazy speeds, but no, the mushrooms will always bounce you at the same speed, no matter what engine class you're on, which is kind of nice. Although since you do have some momentum, as you can see right here, it takes like a second to slow down your speed. Now here what I like to do is go over to this road right here instead of bouncing on the mushrooms, since like I said, the mushrooms slow you down. And also it's pretty easy to just stay on the road right there. Now that right there is a really difficult turn, since it's almost impossible to avoid the boost panel. You're pretty much always going to hit it, so you just need to take the turn really tight there. Not too tight, otherwise you crash into the wall on the inside, but quite tight. Also, I don't recommend tricking off of that ramp because it boosts, it gives you too much of a speed boost. Like right there, I almost fell off. And like I said, that right there is what happens when you go too far on the inside. Hopefully I can make the turn on lap 3, but like I said, it's pretty difficult. And right there, I was just bouncing so much I couldn't really brake, and I went off the track. I got a little bit of a low trick on the mushroom there, that's interesting. Just for fun, I'm gonna try a different route right here. Okay, well that didn't work out. Not what I planned on doing there. Like I said, I think it's best just to stay on the road. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully I can make the turn this time, and no, crash right into the inside wall. You know what, since I'm a lap ahead, I'm just gonna go backwards and try this again. Alright. There we go. Finally made it. So yeah, that's kind of what you have to do. You have to like drift as tightly as you can. Now that works, like, that's already difficult on the Quacker, so with an outward drifting vehicle, or any other vehicle that doesn't have as good of a handling and drifting stat, that turn is nearly impossible. It's like really difficult. But other than that, I'd say the course plays pretty well. It's just those few turns at the end that are really difficult. And lastly for this episode, we have Factory Course, which I remember being in C2GP like a few years ago. And it's scaled really largely, and it's pretty outdated, but you know, when you're racing this fast, it works really well. Like, I mean, the track has a couple problems, like, you know, bean corners is what people call them. They're like these corners, or these edges of the road that will just like push you off. You pretty much like bump into a wall if you touch the edge of the cliff here on this road. And that's how all the old courses are pretty much. And also, if you fall off, you will be counted out of bounds, but not on like the very edge of the road. Like if you're against the wall where you would fall off the road, it won't count you out of bounds. But other than that, I mean, those are just some issues. But as long as you don't go off the edge of the road, or go too much on the inside, it plays well. I mean, it's not really the most exciting. It just feels kind of like just a normal track. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It certainly plays well. Unfortunately, didn't get a shock dodge there. Now, if you do happen to fall off here, it will respawn you in front of the second ramp, which I've been flying over for the past 3 laps. And if you do get to go off of that second ramp, you definitely should brake quite a bit before going off the ramp, otherwise you'll just fly off the track. And also, I don't know if this blue shell is even able to catch up to me. Okay, well, now it might be able to, if it's still even targeting me. Oh yeah, like I said right there, forgot to slow down, so I just flew right off. Now, the Quacker is one of the slowest vehicles in the game, so if you are using another vehicle that's faster, these ramps will send you flying farther if you approach them at full speed. So you probably don't even want to trick off of some of these ramps if you're using a faster vehicle. But with that said, that's going to be it for this video. Now, I am going to have a download link for this pack. Credit to Skipper for making it. And I'm definitely going to be playing all the other tracks in future episodes. So with that said, hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.